Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm just hopping on to quickly, a few minutes early here, to just map out where I'm going to tape it down. Let's see. Maybe do 1/2 inch. I'm doing 8 by 10. This is 9 by 12 piece of paper. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, middle of the week. Can always be a little bit long, I know. But I look forward to my live streams every week. Time set aside for me to be able to do some art. And I'm thrilled to be working on this project. 10-week project, and this is week 2. And it's inspired by the 100-day project, in case you've heard of it, which is literally you assign a project for yourself in whatever medium or subject that you want to do. And every day for 100 days, you work on that project or do something related to the project that you've assigned for yourself. And since I didn't want to do 100 days because of just other things in my life, I was like, I could still do it in a week format, since I already have live streams set aside to do such things. So, and I've assigned myself a project, which is to use this color palette, which I chose from the Pantone color book last week. And then I copied them in watercolor in kind of a fun, cool way like this. So it's 8 colors that I'm working with, and I'm going to work with these colors and make it really familiar with them throughout the next 10 weeks, or I guess 8 weeks after today. So I'm going to get really, really either sick of them or love them to death or tired of them, whatever. But I'm going to be working with these 8 colors for every part of my project. So I'm going to wait a few minutes and see if anyone else hops on here. I'm not going to tape this down quite yet. I'm going to open my paints. They kind of designed this in a weird way. It's like it says press here to open. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. There we go. Oh, and actually, I'm loving this palette, by the way. I got this new last week. Oh, it's so cool. I actually already pre-mixed these colors last week when I made this color palette. Where is that? Here it is. This is the brush that came with that. So these are the colors that have dried on my palette from the color palette. So I'll kind of be using this as reference to remix these colors, because you think I remember how to. It'll come. I'll remember how I mixed them. Okay, there's that. Then got my paper ready. Ooh. Gotta keep it white. Okay. trying to keep things somewhat centered so that you can see everything. And then it's nice and bright, hopefully, and clear, hopefully. I know this camera has a little bit of trouble focusing. So along the way, like, feel free to ask questions, to comment on things. I love to interact with people while I do my live streams. So say hi, tell me where you're tuning in from. But let's kind of dive in, because I kind of need every moment I can get on this project. So today, as some of you may have heard when I was advertising this live stream today, I had my husband pick out a random, well, okay, it's random to me, picture that I have not seen yet, of something that I'm going to be painting in watercolor in these 8 colors today with you. Okay. So I'm going to be opening an email from him that he sent just like 5 minutes ago, with the picture that I have also not seen. And then I'm going to paint that in front of you today. So do we feel ready to do that, people? Are we ready for this? I feel a little nervous. I told him to, make it somewhat challenging, but obviously I want to get it done in an hour. So had to be like doable at the same time. So let me go into my email here. Now, I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to show you guys. Maybe I go on my phone first. Okay, are we ready for this, people? Are we ready? I'm like excited and nervous at the same time. It could be anything. I told him like literally anything. I gave him some ideas, but okay, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, ready? It's downloading. Ooh. Okay, do you see this? Do you see this? It's a parrot, people. Sorry, I'm trying not to show his email here. Nice. Good choice. Good choice. Okay, so I'm going to be painting this in these colors only. I can only use these colors. So I have to kind of think, okay, how do I plan out where these are going to go? Good choice, Ryan. Good choice. Okay, so, oh, it's pretty. It's pretty the way it is, but I can't paint it the way it is. I need to paint it the way I need to for this project. So this is what we're going to do, people. It is a parrot, in case you missed it. This is what I'm going to be drawing, painting in watercolor today. So I probably want, I could do this horizontal or vertical, but I'm kind of liking the background is cool. So maybe I'll do it this way. Yeah, I'll do it this way. So let me just quick tape this down, and then we're going to give it a good sketch. Uh-oh, are we clear? Can you focus, 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 focus? Okay, focus. The camera kind of has trouble sometimes. But the reason I tape stuff down is that it creates a nice sharp edge of the paper. When I finish painting, it kind of creates a nice white edge. Okay, has to be pretty secure though. Okay, hold on. right, people, there is my paper laid out, 8 by 10 size. And we've got my picture of a parrot. And I am going to just quickly sketch out placement a little bit because I do best that way. And since we're working with watercolor, we want to kind of prep our surface a little bit, prepare, make sure we feel confident. I might stand so I can look at this a little clearer. From straight above, point my mic up a little bit. All right. I like to kind of figure out where the middle is. I don't want to, spend a crazy amount of time sketching it though, because I know that, time is limited. I want to try to finish this today because the whole point is that I only work 1 week on a part of the project. I love and hate the sketching part. Like, it's really helpful, but it's kind of like not as fun. I want to get to the painting part, but I know that if I don't sketch it out, it's going to be not fun to do the painting part. So here I am sketching this out. Got some pretty colors. I need to kind of think through where I'm going to put each of these colors that I have had selected last week. Can you even see that? I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really light. I tend to sketch out pretty lightly because I don't want to end up with pencil marks that are going to stain my paper. It's actually quite fun to have these sort of guidelines for art projects, especially when you're stuck, like giving yourself boundaries that you have to stay within. Like, I'm staying within this color palette, and having someone else pick a picture for me. It's just kind of a fun change of pace. Okay, that's enough information. Pretty happy with that. Now we're gonna just lighten it. Get rid of our center point. All right. So where do we start? I've got 8 colors and they all need to show up in this picture. So there's a lot of red happening. So that could be one color. Now, here's one option. One option is, the first option is to basically replace the warm colors with warm colors, replace the cool colors with cool colors. I could do that. They'll just look, they're obviously different colors. I could definitely do that. I could also really change it up and do where there's warm colors here, do cool colors, where there's, vice versa on the wings and stuff. That's hard because there's literally this blue here is almost like it could be in this picture because there is blue, and I don't want to get stuck by putting blue where blue should go necessarily. But I don't know. Browns are just going to be really darks. Okay, well, I think I want to do warms where warms should go personally. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now with this picture. So we're gonna attempt that. And I've got a lot of my colors here. If not, I'll have to make more if we remember. I should probably get out the actual palette because I'm gonna probably not get as accurate as I keep mixing and changing it. Birds are always a lot of fun to paint. Okay, I'm probably going to dig into this orange here that I had. I'm letting, it's okay if they mix the colors. I just need to be able to kind of see all of them in some way in the picture. I'm loving this like magenta plum color. It's fun. Thanks for tuning in, guys. In case you're missing it or missed it at the beginning, I'm painting a picture that my husband picked for me that I had no idea what it was going to be. So this is really fun to have something I didn't have to put time into deciding to paint. It was picked for me, so that's kind of fun. But I have to use the colors from this color palette that I created last week, because that is a part of my challenge for myself, my project for the next, it'll be 8 weeks after today. Eight weeks, when you say it that way, it doesn't sound like very long, but I know that it's going to be probably towards the end, I'm going to be like so sick of it. Okay. As this dries, I'm going to definitely do more layers because I want it to be brighter. Okay, let's get this brown going here. I think that's going to become wherever I'm seeing like really, really dark, so I'm going to stick that brown in, because that's why I was choosing, you want contrast in your work in some way, and that's why I was really picky with my color palette as to what, like, if there was a dark in there, because it's going to be so much easier to create work if there's like a variety of values. Okay, my brown is like really wimpy right now. How did I make this, guys? How did I make this? Oh yeah, this Payne's gray was a big part of that. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more something in there, I don't know. Oh, there we go. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So this is where I can kind of I'm just, I'm painting it. I'm not really like going for crazy realistic or crazy impressionistic or anything like that. I just want to go for having fun as I paint this. I guess that's the goal. Is that the goal? I don't know what the goal is. But I hope through this project that it'll inspire you guys in some way to either start a project, creative project, or something you've been putting off for a while, whether it's writing a song or a book or sewing or knitting something, or you know, whatever it might be. We have a lot of time in a day. And we might as well put it to good use, right? All right, let's lay out the other colors before I go back and darken some of this. Let's see. I've got this peachy color here. And right now it's going to look a lot like these two colors because they're not saturated enough. Well, you know, I'm going to go for the purple first because I know where I want to put that. I know where I want to put it. Oh, look at that. Purple's my favorite color, so this just brings me so much joy. It's such a pretty purple. It's like what I would consider purple. As in like real purple. It's not pink purple, it's not plastic purple, it's not eggplant purple. It's just like literally what purple should be, if that makes any sense. I'm thinking this like tan color is just really hard to work with. Needs to probably come in here to be that lighter value. But man, it's not like crazy saturated and interesting, but you know, and it's actually a lighter version of this other one, so we just kind of mix them together. Plop it down. And we need like a transition color. Maybe it does have to be this pink, peachy pink color. Like between the purple and the cream. Okay, I need more of it though. How to make it? Probably that. Oh, actually, is that it? Looks kind of like it. Letting it sort of blend. And I'm going to definitely, you know, define things a little bit more later. But this way we have, oops. Oh, there's actually little ends of feathers that have that color on it. Kind of like that. Okay, now it might be time for me to go in and darken up my red magenta color. Just need to make more of it again. because I want it to be nice and saturated. I just want it to be rich, you know, because it needs to be this dark for it to match the color. And I want it to blend with that orange, which we have in here. I want that to be really saturated. I hope that that will look different than this down here, but we'll have to kind of see as we go. I can use the brown to like darken spots later. I need to remember that. Like right now, I'm kind of just like wanting to put down, I'm still working on the layers. I'm going to get really good at mixing these colors. It's going to be very different in acrylic though, because I'm working with watercolor first, but then I'm going to be using acrylic later. I think starting, no, not quite. I have another week of watercolor and then I move to acrylic. Do I allow myself to let some of the lighter stuff pop through? Maybe. Oops. It's pretty, I think. I think this brown or this tan color, which I haven't really used yet, this one is going to be hinted on the beak to kind of create a little bit of, and then there's like details, these little wrinkles and lines on the eye, and actually the eye is going to have a little bit of that. Just a little definition, nothing too crazy. Okay, so we haven't used the blue yet. We've used everything else, I believe, right? Yeah. Blue, I'm definitely thinking of kind of in the background, maybe on the stump. But I want to keep working on the bird. I want this purple to get really vibrant. I can use that purple a little bit to add some details and definition. Sorry, my computer is like working really hard. I don't know if you can hear that, but oh, we got some more people watching. Thanks for watching, guys. My husband picked this photo for me to draw or paint in watercolor, and I have to use this color palette that I assigned myself last week. So I am trying to figure out where those colors go in this picture. But it's quite fun. I just have to, sometimes I have to remind myself to get a little bit more precise than I kind of want to be. I get kind of sick of being too precise. Sometimes I can do some realism work if I want to, but man, it kills me on the inside to do hyper realistic, portraits or something, because it's just like so tedious. This type of thing is doable and it's nice, and I can have a little bit of artistic flair to it. Obviously, with the colors being different. Let's see if I can brighten this color a notch. It's a little bit grayer than that. There we go. But I want this one to kind of pop up in a few spots, more defined. A little bit more like feathery texture. Still watercolor. It could still be painterly. I can overlap it into that other color. Ooh, it's really fun though. I'm kind of losing that lighter color, so hopefully that's okay. I need to not overdo that section. Ah. Let's see here. I want to kind of darken my darks again. Watercolor takes layers sometimes. And in these, I put purple down, but I'm not really liking that in this area. We're kind of seeing some of the layers of the feathers right in here. And in here, there's a little bit of some deep, deep, deep feathers right there. Yeah. A little bit more. Ooh, and actually, I just noticed something. There's some feathers sticking out the side, and I want it to be this color. Ooh, that is not the right color anymore. Ooh, too yellow. A little bit of orange. Okay, that's better. There's just like a little bit of yellow right outside. Make sure it's bright enough in there. Okay. Continuing with the dark, I'm going to really pump up this dark and kind of transition it a little bit. maybe put a little bit up here on this red because there's like a value right there. Well, am I done with the, I guess it doesn't matter. I can go back and add more. But this is where, do I have enough of this dark? Need to make some more. The Payne's Gray, that's what this dark one is here, is so pretty. I'm mixing it with these to get the right kind of dark, almost purpley red brown. It's kind of a hard color to choose to make. Okay, look at those feathers popping out there. Again, importance of contrast. You need to have those darks. Ooh, that's fun. That's fun. Okay, now that same dark kind of pops up in here. Shows a little bit of some of the feathers right in that spot. Might lighten it with my finger a little bit. I want to try to keep the integrity of the colors though, like not mixing, blending, layering like too much, because I know that like if this brown is just on top of the red, it's going to look different than it does here. These feathers are kind of catching the light, and I kind of like how it's looking right now. But the head looks okay. I'm going to kind of increase the brightness of this particular color. There we go. Oh, is that right? A little bit more yellow. There we go. That's the color. Okay, let's see if I can just pump this up a little bit more. Okay, I better move on to the blue. I need to get some blue in there. So let's soften it first. Okay, I also want to, let's see, how did I make that color? Looks like it's maybe ultramarine blue with like a touch of like a red. Ooh. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Actually, that looks like it. Okay, well, easier than I thought. Let's make more of it though. Because what I want to do, is I want to put it in the background, but I need to create a nice layer here. Let's do this. I'm going to wet the paper. This is called a wet on wet technique. Wet it really good, massage the paper into, or the water into the paper. Make sure it's not too sopping wet, but that it's actually soaking into the paper. And only where you want the paint to go. So you're painting as if you're painting with color where you want the color to go. Then I'm going to take, sorry, that was like a teachery moment right there. You may not care, but that's okay. I'm going to pop this in here. That gives it a softer edge, and see how it just sort of starts to flatten on its own. The beauty of watercolor, if you know how to use it. Wet on wet is helpful for this. Otherwise, it can be very frustrating to blend and mix. Okay. This side, I might do maybe some of this. Let me make this orange color more of this color, because I think it's basically a. We want a little bit more of that bright opposite of this bright, I think, in the background. That'll just create a little bit of balance. Oh, gosh. Darn it. I think I ruined it. If you get too much of a color in there, it's just easier to start over. Okay, but it's got probably a little touch of the red. There we go. Okay. Plenty of that color. And then I might use, I want more of this one. How did I get that though? More pink. More orange. More pink. It's hard when it's really concentrated because it's hard to tell the difference in the color sometimes until you have like a lighter, less amount of it. So that's always tricky. Okay, so I've got my colors. I'm going to do the background on this side with the water again. It's a little trickier because I've got this stick in the way. But I just have to paint around the stick. Has to stay the same amount of wetness over the whole thing. And massage it into the paper. Otherwise you'll get puddles in weird spots. Then we'll take the orange and then the pink. And then I was kind of thinking maybe the brown to add a little bit of depth kind of down in this corner. Okay, I better let it dry. I'm afraid that this is going to do something weird because that's a little more dry than that is. So we'll see if I like that or not. But this stick thing that he's standing on is not what I want. So we're going to fix it. We're going to add a little bit more blue. And then brown. Good old brown. Needs to come in a little bit here because it needs to stand out more from the background. Actually, I'm realizing that there's in this, the stick of this branch or whatever, there's actually these colors in it. Oops. No, it's okay. I was trying to go for like colors that weren't in it necessarily, but that's all right. We are sticking it to our color palette, and I'm quite happy with how this is looking. Get more layers where it should be really, really, really dark, like in there and in the mouth here. Bottom edge of the beak, tip of the beak. Some of these little crevices of the feathers get pretty dark. And then I think this stump thing needs, oh, I might do the darker one here. Just needs a glaze of this over it because I don't want it to be like white. I kind of want that to be a little whiter. But this thing can kind of recede a little bit more into the background. Not be crazy obvious. A little bit of value in there. Okay. What time is it? 9:26. I'm doing pretty good, guys. Doing pretty good on time. I think technically, like, I'll want this section to go darker up here in the background so that you can see the edge of the beak a little bit more. But I like this side. I'm liking this a lot. I think this just needs to be smoother. I like how choppy that looks. There we go. And it creates a little bit pump, that's not the word, kapow of the color again. Okay. All right, any other weird spots that I'm seeing? That background, is it dry though? It's not really. It's not dry. I'll hate myself if I go over that now. Feel like this needs to be darker. Some of this needs to be darker. It's hard to go dark in watercolor. It just like has a limit sometimes. It's made to be lighter, so can't complain, right? Can't be too hard on it. I could technically lift this little corner. I do want to take the tape off with you guys because that is super satisfying and it'll reveal the edge a little bit more. So if you want to stick around for that, you'll get your money's worth. Okay, so see how that just kind of lifts up that color right there? I don't want to do that too much because it lightens the color, but I want to maybe put down a richer version of the color, you know, more saturated. Okay, I might do a layer on that real quick. I might just brush over it, and I'm gonna maybe do, so I was going for that pink. I guess that would work. I just need more of it. Okay, let's see if I can make this happen. if you're gonna touch it, you kind of have to touch it everywhere. Oh gosh, the joys of watercolor. Okay, it might be okay. But yeah, that definitely helped like bring out the edge of the beak. That's kind of all I wanted it to do. So we'll see if that dries okay. Ooh, what did I do? What did I do that for? Why did I do that? I guess I wanted it to like blend, but I didn't. I just wanted more purple right there. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna leave that. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it good, guys. I'm kind of liking it the way it is, and I don't want to overwork it. So, I'm going to. Well, let's compare here. How I do with my colors. Purple. Got the tan showing up in a few spots, both values, the lighter and the darker. Got the brown, I got the red, I've got the peachy color, I've got the orangey color, the blue. The blue actually on this, I think it needs to be just more saturated. So I want it to look like the blue, not a light version of the blue. Probably could give this another layer, but I do want to take the tape off for you, so we're gonna let it be because I don't want to ruin how smooth that is either. So, are we ready, people, for the reveal without the tape? Because I'm telling you, this blue tape here ruins the effect so much. As soon as that's off, it'll just feel more finished. I mean, look at that. Just way more finished. Just with one side. Let's move this. Oh, come on. You always want to pull flat and away and slowly. I feel like there's been times where this tape has done weird things, but today it's working great. It's just painter's tape for when you like paint a room and you don't want the windows to be painted. Oh, there's a little rip of the corner there. Spoke too soon. Oh my gosh, guys, it always feels so good when it's done. I am noticing though one little spot right in here needs to be that peachy background color. It's like there shouldn't be any white right there. Boom, it's gone. Okay, let's show you up close. You can be the judge of whether or not my colors are accurate to the color palette I chose. The brown here could maybe go darker. Look at how much lighter that is than this. It's supposed to be more like that. So that's something I could change. But here's the original color palette in the background. Whoa, sorry. Like so. All right, guys, it is 9:36. I did it. I did it. Thanks for watching, guys. We got some good views tonight, so thanks for tuning in and supporting me on this project that I'm spending 10 weeks on. Done two down. We got 8 more to go. So I'm really excited to see what comes of this. And at the end, my goal is to do some sort of like virtual show or something like that so that I can kind of display what I did make based off of this color palette. So it would be exciting, and I look forward to showing that all to you when it gets there. We still have a whole 2 months to go, though. Isn't that weird? 8 weeks doesn't sound very long, but 2 months sounds really long. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Stay healthy, happy, and safe and creative. All right, guys. Bye.